What's up, everybody? Rothstein here, Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, aka Hurricane, but you can call me Slurrifane. Today's Monday, November 7th, 2022. It's the day before the election, National Election Day. I don't have any. I do have some action. I don't. I'm not. I didn't do a podcast today. I still might. I still got plenty of time. I might today, but basically, well, without a disclaimer, I'm not going to put the action. So, because as you all know, I'm usually a sports betting podcast and advisor, but not today. This is kind of a random video, kind of random, because I saw some pictures on Facebook about that show Young Rock. The Rock's about the Rock, the wrestlers growing up, and it had him in the Nation of Domination. Ron Simmons was Farouk, I believe was his name as a member of the Nation of Domination. About that time, I had got out of wrestling. Had been out of it for a while by then, but it just brought me up some cute, cool nostalgia because at that time, like I said, I had been out of wrestling. So when I come back and watch it, I kind of came back briefly once Hulk Hogan became a bad guy, when he joined the NWO. And actually that happened on my birthday at the Great American Bash, 96. Yeah, that happened on my 20th birthday. And it just kind of, like I said, it brought back some memories because I will say that the Nation of let's be honest, wrestling, especially the early part of wrestling, was totally built on stereotypes and racial and ethnic, characters. Nation of Domination, it was clear that these guys were supposed to be the wrestling version of the Nation of Islam, the Black Muslim group. I don't remember the Nation of Domination using a lot of that verbiage that the Nation of Islam used to, calling people white devils and shit like that. That's what they used to. They had kind of stopped that a little bit, but they still had that stigma. And just seeing them was like, wow. But the characters were tastefully done. I thought. I don't remember seeing any of that, but like I said, I didn't watch it daily by then anymore. When I was a kid, I watched it daily, and that's the purpose of this video because the best character in wrestling, if you ask me, the best ever character was Nikita Koloff. You remember Nikita Koloff, the Russian? Nephew Nikita. He was, mid to late 80s. He was Ivan Koloff's nephew. That was his character. Ivan Koloff's nephew Nikita, that's what they called him. His finishing move was the Russian sickle. A clothesline, basically a clothesline, but he called it the Russian sickle. The flag at the time for the USSR was a hammer and sickle. I thought it was brilliantly done because he was perfect. He was perfect at the time. The US, Soviet Union, shit was going down. It was, they was on the brink, talking that stuff for, a number of years. And it was, as a young American, I'm 8, 10 years old. I'm thinking, it's about to go down. Nothing ever happened between them two, or directly anyway. But yeah, Nikita Koloff, now he's totally left the scene. From my understanding, he's still alive. He's totally left the scene of wrestling, because of religious beliefs or whatever, But if you see him and seeing this video, Tell him Fame Rothstein want to holler at him. I want to interview Nikita Koloff. Like I said, best character. Very simple finishing move. You know, a lot of the guys had simple finishing moves, but, you know, he was the perfect villain or heel. You know, I don't get into all those wrestling terminologies like that. By the time, like I said, when those terms, insider terms, had becoming more public, I was out of wrestling by then. But, you know, he was the perfect villain because, like I said, U.S. and Russia having problems. He's Russian, but he was such a likable villain, you couldn't really tell. He was almost kind of like Sting. You know, you couldn't really tell if he was a heel or a face, bad guy, good guy. You know, I don't know which term is which. But yeah, Nikita Koloff is the best character ever in wrestling. You know, he's big and bulky. You know, look strong. You know, him and the Warriors, the Road Warriors. You know, when they would wrestle, you know, it was 3 Russians: him, his Uncle Ivan, and Crusher Khrushchev, who eventually became one of the Axe or Smash, one of the 2 of Demolition, when they went to WWE. You know, Vince McMahon's group. They was in Jim Crockett's group, NWA. Here in Cincinnati, it would come in at come on like 11 o'clock Saturday morning. 12 o'clock, Vince McMahon, them, WWE, WWF, what was called at the time. They would come on at noon. You know, and like I said, that Russian group that they had, especially Nikita, they had brute power. You know, it wasn't necessarily athletic. You know, neither was the Road Warriors either. But you know, just as just watching him, you know, I don't even know what that means today. But that shit sounded fly when he said it. You know. But yeah, he's the, you know, don't get it twisted. You ask me, Hulk Hogan, you know, you can talk about The Rock and Stone Cold all you want. Hulk Hogan is wrestling. Okay? He walked so that y'all could run. You know, I know he had the racism shit, you know, we're in a time of heightened racial stuff, you know, but if I remember right, all he said was pretty much as, you know, my daughter's going to date a black dude. Well, he kept saying the N-word. You know, I guess that's what pissed, because it was a private conversation. So I guess that's what pissed everybody out. But he's basically saying, my daughter's going to date a black dude. At least date one who's going to be productive. Like a, you know, a basketball player. You know, one of these 6'8" dudes. You know, somebody's going to get you some money. Basically, that's what I took of it. But it is what it is. You know, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, they're the best talkers. But the best character ever? You know, The Rock was a good talker, good character. You know, he comes from the lineage, and now his daughter's wrestling. But, you know, even his dad, when I talked about, you know, the racial stuff, his dad was Sweet Ebony Diamond. You know, we all know that. You know, I heard that The Rock's grandfather got pregnant, got The Rock's grandmother pregnant with The Rock's mom, while The Rock's granddad was 11 years old. According to Wikipedia, you look up the dates, he's 11 years old, he got this girl pregnant. But, you know, that's something else. But, yeah, they were all good. But Nikita Koloff, best character ever. Best by far. WWE's Russian, Nikolai Volkov, not even close. All right? But I'm going to hop off of here. I'll holler at y'all later. But if you know Nikita Koloff, send him my way. I want to holler at him. We deserve to hear from him. All right? Peace out.